Alright, so I want to do a video on something that a lot of people don't realize about how part of the country, how things work. And I'm out here in the bean field, soybean field. These are double crop soybeans. If you don't believe me, you can see there's a wheat straw down there. These beans were planted on the 20th day of June. Today, the second day of August. And these wheat beans are absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at them. They are just gorgeous. And you can see they lowered down with the fire, and they'll look like, you know, they got a couple fires down already. They are absolutely gorgeous. These beans have taken off. The double crop are taking off this year thanks to all the rain. These beans have had rain at least once a week on them since we planted them. That's a true story. Once a week on them. They've had rain once a week since we planted these beans, and we had rain here Monday, and today's Friday, and supposed to be getting another rain here Monday or Tuesday. So I mean that'll be, you know, about right for them. These beans are gorgeous. I mean they look really good. But the thing with this part of the world is that I mean we can double crop beans here and behind wheat, and that's the only reason we grow wheat. If we couldn't double crop behind the wheat, then we probably wouldn't grow wheat. But with the wheat and double cropping the beans, we can do pretty good with that. We can do real well with that. I mean, we pull off 90 to 80 to 100 bushels of wheat, and usually, you know, average, and usually we try to pull off between. We try to hold for 30 to 40 bushels of wheat beans. For the last probably 5 years, I guess the beans, we've had pretty good weather, and the genetics of the beans have gotten better, I guess. And we've been doing better than that. We've been doing between 50 and 50, we've been doing mid 50s we've been doing mid to high 50s on sometimes more and sometimes better than that. But I thought I'd show y'all some beans looking pretty good. I mean, this is actually the next to the last field we planted of the double crops, and they look absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I'm sure the first ones we planted was taller than this. But I mean, look at them. These beans, look at them. They're absolutely, they just look really good. When you get this bean look like this on the 1st of August, when you get your double crop beans look like this on the 1st of August, you got something. I mean, sometimes when it gets a little dry, they don't cover up the earth. You have a lot, and we managed to get our wheat out in a decent. We had a week of dry weather there, and nice weather. And we managed to get our wheat out. That's the only full sunny dry week we've had since then. So we were blessed with that. But I mean, as far as like, we got the beans and the wheat in the ground at a decent time. And these beans were mudded in. It was muddy when we planted these beans. So they were planted in the moisture, and it hadn't stopped raining since. And they look absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, they was loaded up with blooms. You see the little white things on the blooms. They are just beautiful. But yeah, most of the time, this is not really what I call a normal wheat bean crop for this time of year. I mean, it is and it isn't. It is and it isn't. I mean, sometimes you get this for half the time, and half the time you're burning up and dry. But these have gone faster than normal because they were planted in the moisture, and they hadn't set and they're not stunted, and they have ahead of schedule. So that's good. I mean, that's good. The quicker you can get them in, the more growth they get on them, the better. And these will come off here in end of October, middle to end of October. We'll start cutting these double crops. We planted this field here's a 4.8 maturity bean. These are 4.8. We did plant some 4.3s and some 4.2s on a couple fields of double crops, but that's because we had them left over in the planter. The early beans, and we finished up the early beans with the 4.2, and we had a few left in the planter, so we planted them out. But they did just as good. They look just as good, and there won't be any kind of yield difference in them. And you can plant a whole crop in 4.2s if you want to, as far as wheat beans go. But we don't, because we try to space out our maturity, so we don't have a bunch of beans get ready at once, because we have some beans to plant after this, actually in the bottom. We have a lot of later beans this year than normal, more later beans than normal this year. And we don't want them all get ready at one time, so we kind of spread the maturity out a little bit. But you don't have to do that. You can plant 3 9s we have planted 3 nines behind wheat, and that works out good too. So yeah, it's just different. It's just whatever your preference is and how many acres you got to cut, and we have a lot of acres to cut, so we try to spread it out some. But yeah, these beans are gorgeous. I mean, they are just really pretty, and that's double crop beans. And I realize a lot of people can't do double crops, but here and where I live, wheat's a big crop, and we do probably, I mean, 50% of our beans this year were wheat beans. No, take it back. 40% of our beans this year were wheat beans. Normally it's between 50 and 70%, but this year we get last fall, we didn't get all our wheat cut, all our wheat planted because of the weather, because it was wet. Last fall we couldn't get all the wheat in the ground. So this year we didn't have as much wheat, and so, but yeah, I want to say 50 to 60% of the beans in this grown in this area are wheat beans. I mean, most everybody got a little bit of wheat, and around here, rye, canola, or something. Most of the beans, a lot of the beans down here double cropped. I know up around Bowling Green, Kentucky, they do more wheat up there. They do like 100% wheat and wheat beans up there, but around here we have too much river bottom ground, too much flat ground. We can't grow all our acres in wheat. So yeah, and we like the early beans. We do really get the early beans too. I mean, we made 86 bushels of beans one year, so on early beans, so that makes up for the wheat. So that's it. That double crop beans. I thought I'd show you how good they look, and I will talk to y'all later.